Welcome back, everybody, to another My Dog Bit a Hole in My Nose episode of Lockdown 23 and 1. I'm just playing. She didn't bite me. I was underneath the blanket, we were wrestling, and she just accidentally headbutted me with her tooth. That's it. SPCA, stay far away. But all jokes aside, I got a very serious story coming your way today. You want to be the vigilante, taking justice into your own hands? Taking out sex offenders? Well, there's a reason why I don't preach violence of any kind on this channel. And that's because you run the risk of going to a place called the state penitentiary, or as many would say, prison. But I do preach what? Stay free. Unfortunately, today's story is a prime example of how not to do that. So let's jump into the video and learn from other people's mistakes if you're new to the channel and enjoy all things lockup and crime related, and this is absolutely where you need to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my beautifully assorted playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Alright, keep in mind before we get into this story, got some merchandise coming y'all's way before the holidays. I know you've been wanting to give old grandma that 23 and 1 cap. She's a thirsty thing, ain't she? It says Nicholas Stanley, 35, of Middlebury, remains held without bail at Elkhart County Jail for the June 24th slaying of Alan L. Cogswell, a convicted sex offender who had been found fatally shot at the Daylight Inn in Elkhart just 1 month after being released from prison stemming from a 2018 child molestation conviction. But it says Stanley, who's related to the young victim in the 2018 case, confessed to killing Cogswell during a shocking jailhouse interview last week. And I'll be showing you that confession here in 1 second. But vigilante justice, this is where it lands you: jail without bail, facing murder. But we got a family member related to the victim of a molestation case. So yeah, there's going to be tension there forever, but this is the thing. You're going to be sitting in jail, like the article said, with no bail, fighting for your life in the courtroom, and I'm here to tell you, the majority of these individuals that think what they're doing is right typically lands them in prison for decades. So you better think twice, man. If what you're doing consists of physical violence, I would take a couple steps back or maybe just run away. Because above all things, we gotta stay free. But Stanley's in jail with no bail, and he already confessed pretty much in a jailhouse interview. Do you think he's going to get a bail now? But Stanley told the station he had become obsessed with Cogswell while he was in prison. Oh no. One night Stanley said he couldn't sleep, so he grabbed his gun and tracked Cogswell to the motel where he said he took him out. When he got released, I lost my mind. An emotionless Stanley said during a video interview. I drove out to go find him, and then when I found him, I did what I had to do. And now Stanley's facing at least 45 years in prison if convicted of the murder. But he said he has no regrets. I'm just tired of pretending that I have to be scared of the system when obviously he wasn't scared of the system. And now I'm going to get more time putting this piece of trash out than he ever got for hurting my family and the ones that I love.
So I walked in, grabbed my gun, and I drove out to go find him. And then when I found him, I did what I had to. I took him out. I'm tired of pretending like I did something wrong. You know, I don't feel like I did anything wrong, and there's thousands of people out there that agree with me. I'm just tired of pretending that I have to be scared of the system when he obviously wasn't scared of the system. And now I'm going to get more time putting this piece of trash out than he ever got for hurting my family and the ones that I love. So if the system wants to throw me away, let him. I don't even care anymore.
An incarcerated individual at Elkhart County Sheriff's Department.
I've been obsessed with him for the past couple of years. That's why when he got released, I like lost my mind. I literally lost my job. Like I just was like, I was on a one set path, man, that as soon as he got out, he wasn't making it very far. Unfortunately, people told me to let the law handle it. They'll get him, they'll handle it, he'll pay for it. What happened to that? I know I'm going to miss out on my kids and basically the rest of their whole lives. But I don't regret protecting my family.
And I asked what he wanted to say to his family from behind bars.
I love you guys. Keep your heads up. Don't worry about me. Live your life. Have the best life you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much it. And I hope I get out to enjoy the rest of my life with them.
Yeah.
Thank you for using Securus. Goodbye.
Man, oh man, sounds like homeboy's frustration level is at its peak. See, a lot of people get into jail, man, they can get frustrated and they just say, you know what, screw it, let's just get it done and over with. Listening to sweet nothings from inmates trying to steer them in the wrong direction. I remember the first time I went to jail, I told someone about my crimes, you know, and the dude was like, why don't you call a detective and just, you know, tell him what happened? But I was charged with many things. I had serious ones, less serious ones. So this guy was just trying to get me to crash out or something. Like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to call him up right now. I knew better than that, right? So who knows? This guy might have been talking to the wrong kind of person. Gassed him up, put a couple batteries in his back and said, look, just confess to it, bro. The judge will take perfect care of you if you do that for sure. Please stop looking at my nose. I know you are. A lot of people also might be thinking he could beat it off of, you know, what do they call it? Crime of passion or something along those lines. He ain't gonna beat it like that. Crime of passion's more along the lines, you know, like someone I was locked up with. He got blessed. I think got like 2 years for killing a guy. But the story that he told me was that he walked into his house after work, went in the bedroom, seen his old lady sleeping with another man, and instantly killed him. And came very close to killing her as well, he said, but he didn't pull the trigger. But like I said, he ended up getting blessed off of some kind of crime of passion loophole, right? But this is the thing, he didn't plan nothing. This dude, on the other hand, was thinking about it for months while he was in prison, waited till he got out, sleeping, waking up, thinking about it some more, decided to pick up a gun, track him down, knock on the door, and blast away. That, my friends, from what I've learned throughout time, does not sit well with the courts. And like I said, Stanley faces at least 45 years in prison if convicted of the murder. The confessed killer declined to elaborate when reached by jailhouse correspondents. And I think all that started to sit in after the jailhouse interview because he went on to say this. I'm not sure how to respond because the last time I talked to the press, they turned some of my words around on me. Picture that. Gotta be careful. I think at this point I should keep my mouth shut because I'm facing 65 years. Now this is the wild one and I hate to bring other creators into the mix, but I can only assume he's been watching someone in the genre and now he's all tricked up. Earlier this year, he plainly posted his thoughts about child molesters on social media. Child molesters into wood chipper. Billionaires into guillotines? Stanley wrote on a post. If you hurt kids, I hurt you. He posted 2 days later. End of story. Now, wood chipper is a word that I hear in the comments section quite a bit when I speak about these sex offender stories. And there's this guy in the prison YouTube channel that preaches nothing but tossing these kind of guys into the damn wood chipper, right? You know, hypothetically. I'm sure he doesn't really mean that when he says it, but either way, man, you gotta be careful. Because like me, you know, I can't get caught up for telling people to stay free. But if I'm over here preaching hypothetical situations that me personally I would never do, not only is that a little funny to me, but me personally I would know that if someone decides to take my videos to heart, I could be running a risk possibly myself of going to prison. So I don't know, when I read that in the article, it kind of shocked me. I thought I'd bring it to your attention, but who knows, he probably wasn't watching that channel at all. He just probably likes wood chippers like the next man. I know I do too. Only if I got the earmuffs on, because them things can be pretty damn loud. But let's go ahead and list out some of the things that we can learn from this guy's story. Number one, of course, you commit some vigilante justice and kill someone. You're going to jail for quite a while, maybe much longer than you ever expected. Number two, I wouldn't recommend speaking to the news crew at any given time about your crimes, man. Only your attorney. As you can see, he regretted it. He said that they twisted his words a little bit, so he don't want to be speaking about it too much anymore. A little too late for that, buddy. You opened up like a wide back book. And number three, never forget that these child molesters, predators, whatever, they have family as well. Loved ones, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives. That's why you cannot be holding no vigilante justice, because those people, man, they ain't gonna stand for it either. Maybe they'll retaliate, then everybody's just killing each other back and forth. The court's got to stop that kind of crap in its tracks. And number four is just, you know, my personal preference, or in general. Physical violence of any kind in this society, whether preached or actually done, man, you got like a 99% chance of going straight to Smokeville. So keep your words pleasant and safe. And more importantly than anything, stay free. And don't be scared to tap that like, subscribe, notification bell if you enjoy. Need all the help I can get these days getting to this damn milli. It's a hike. And please stop looking at my nose.